Some of the foods you may be eating every day are linked to a huge increase for the risk of ending up in dialysis, says huge new study. Catherine here, I'm a doctor in natural medicine and, well, prepare to be mind-blown because, spoiler alert, today I'm here to show you that the more natural your diet is, the healthier your kidneys are going to be. Yes, incredible, the diet is key for a better kidney health. But guess what? There is a new study that's about to blow all the old rules right out the water. What's incredible is that these scientists just found out that some of the foods you may be eating every day are linked to a huge increase for the risk of fast CKD progression and, wait for it, all-cause mortality. And guys, don't miss the last entry in particular because that's the worst veggie of them all. Yep, you heard it right. Time to rethink your snack stash. On the flip side, they've also demonstrated that many of the foods CKD patients have been religiously avoiding are actually super healthy. So grab a trash bag because it's time to start tossing stuff out of your pantry. Question: is bread the first thing we're going to renounce? Can you eat bread if you have CKD? Drum roll please! Yes, bread can be healthy. But hold your horses, there are a few catches. You want to steer clear of those ultra-processed breads that smell like a distillery and come with an ingredient list longer than your grocery receipt. You know, the ones loaded with barley malt, dextrose, maltodextrins, and a small army of creatively named sugars. Avoid that. On the other hand, whole wheat breads, especially the less processed kind, is good for you, even if you have diabetes, in moderation of course. And just so you know, this isn't my wild opinion. It's backed by a hefty 20-year prospective cohort study involving 2,539 CKD patients published in December 2023 in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases. Their findings are rock solid, alright? I would say this study is so solid, it could probably bench press all the misinformation about the renal diet you find on social media. And guys, yeah, this study is amazing and bread can be healthy. But your diet must be personalized, alright? In fact, there is a category of people to whom I would not recommend bread at all. These include those who are seriously struggling to lose weight. In that case, do it the Korean way. Put your veggies in a lettuce wrap and enjoy them that way. Up next, grits. Are grits healthy for CKD patients? Alright, folks from the southern United States, get ready to do a little happy dance. Grits are officially on the good for you list. Why, you may ask? Well, grits are made from corn and are minimally processed. They come packed with fiber and vitamins and are naturally gluten-free. So basically, they're the southern belle of breakfast foods. But here's the kickers. You need to prepare grits in a healthy way if you want them to actually be healthy. No, smoothing them in butter, cheese, ham, and sausages isn't going to cut it. I mean, that's a coronary waiting to happen. Try preparing them with veggies instead. Up next, what about milk? Sorry to burst your bubble, but milk is a no-go for CKD. It's packed with phosphorus, which is your express ticket to the dialysis chair. Okay, listen to me. The golden rule here, if it's animal-based, it's off limits for CKD patients with a GFR below 60, alright? That includes meat, fish, poultry, dairy, and eggs. It doesn't matter if it's organic, pasteurized, grass-fed, free-range, raw, or whatever other fancy label they slap on it. If it's animal-based, it's a no. And science is 100% clear on the fact that if you are still eating these foods, you are going to have a lot of problems in keeping your kidney function. Okay, up next, what about coffee? Can you indulge in a cup of joe with CKD? Or is coffee also going to damage your kidneys? Here's a shocker. Yes, coffee in moderation is actually good for you. That's right, the same study I mentioned earlier found that black coffee, whether caffeinated or decaffeinated, is beneficial in moderation. But don't ever think about that sugary concoction they serve at Starbucks. If your goal is better kidney health, keep it simple. And even drinking black coffee comes with a few exceptions, because it's true that coffee is full of antioxidants and it has an overall positive impact on your health, especially if you have diabetes. But some people are sensitive to caffeine, meaning that their blood pressure will skyrocket when they drink coffee. Avoid coffee if this describes you, or if you don't drink it already. I mean, coffee with CKD? Finally, a reason to wake up and smell the moderation. And guys, if you think this info is important, share this video with a friend and also give it a like so that more people will be able to see it. By the way guys, before we move on, I want to take a minute to say thank you to all the new members that joined the channel and that are supporting my work here. Sam, Marino Equivel, Eunice Can, Donna Jones, Susan Van Leer, Robert Warren, Oi Ho Kiam, and Robert Brown. And thank you also to all the other members. And guys, your support really means a lot to me. For those of you that don't know about this new feature of the channel, there is a little join button you can see right below my videos. And that's a way to help me create more of the content you like for less than what you pay for a coffee. So thank you, and let's get back to the video. So, fruit juices, are they good or are they bad? Well, shockingly enough, the new study found out that fruit juice is one of the worst food items ever to be associated with fruit. Definitely not healthy. I mean, if you think fruit juice is healthy in 2024, I've got a bridge somewhere to sell you. In fact, it's no secret that food companies are the masterminds behind today's growing obesity problem, and fruit juices are one of the culprits. If you're guzzling a cup or 250 milliliters of fruit juice, you're drowning up to 30 grams or 8 teaspoons of sugar. That's a calorie bomb that will hit your bloodstream faster than you can say sugar rush, causing an insulin spike. And added sugar is not just linked to diabetes, but also to high blood pressure, inflammation, heart disease, and a ton more health issues. So yeah, always steer clear of fruit juice. So what about zero sugar beverages? Okay, despite having no sugar, these beverages are still not healthy for you. As you can see in the study, they have grouped together both sugary and artificially sweetened beverages in the same group. They have also added meal replacement energy or high protein beverages as well. Avoid all this ultra processed stuff. Okay. What about carbonated water, you may ask? While carbonated beverages are definitely on the no-no list, carbonated water is on the healthy list. Yeah, it turns out it wasn't the carbonated part to worry about. No, evidence suggests that carbonated or sparkling water is bad for you, which means that carbonated water is just as healthy as still water. Up next, let's talk about fruit, starting with canned fruit. I mean, this is an easy one, right? Obviously, it must be bad. I mean, it's packaged, right? But wait, plot twist. You see, what the recent study we are examining found out is that canned fruit is just as healthy as any other fruit, which is like saying very healthy. Shocking, I know. But hey, this is only valid as long as it's packaged in water. If it's soaking in syrup or swimming with added sugars, it's a no-go. So, be a fruit snob with your canned choices. Also, double check the labels for added phosphates. You don't want those sneaky additives, and let's not go bananas and eat the whole can in one go, alright? Portion control, folks. I mean, overeating canned fruit that's just fruitless behavior. But yes, canned fruit can indeed be healthy. So does that mean that also frozen fruit and veggies are healthy? Yes, absolutely. I love tossing frozen berries into my oatmeal or smoothies. It's like giving my breakfast a superfoods boost. But also having mixed frozen veggies in your freezer can be a very convenient way of having veggies always ready. Fun fact! Canned and frozen fruits and veggies are processed within hours of being picked. Alright, what this means is that these minimally processed fruit and veggies sometimes pack more nutrients than their world-traveling grocery store counterparts. Yeah, a shipping container is where many of the grocery store fruits we eat ripen. And what about high potassium fruits, you may ask? Bananas, tomatoes, avocados, you know, the usual suspects. Well, they're absolutely fantastic for you. Yeah, welcome to 2024 where dietary potassium is not the villain anymore. Finally, I would say. In fact, if your potassium levels are too high, the first thing a doctor should check is your meds, not your fruit bowl. That'll never work. Actually, ditching high potassium fruits might cause more problems than it fixes. So, are all fruits healthy? Hold that thought before you see the next entry. First on the naughty list, dried fruit. So everything's peachy until the fruit gets dried. Why is that? Well, because of the potassium, of course. I know this may sound confusing, but let me explain why bananas are fine and dried apricots are not. So almost all high potassium fruits and veggies have been let off the hook for people with CKD, but there are still exceptions to the rule. Because you see, while the effect of dietary potassium on serum potassium was vastly overestimated, eating potassium-rich fruit will still raise your serum potassium a little bit. I mean, a little bit if the fruit you eat is a banana or an avocado. And that's fine, because these fruits are full of vitamins, healthy minerals, and plant compounds. But do you know what fruit has 5 times or more the potassium in a banana, but without the vitamins? Dried apricots, raisins, or prunes. Yeah, when these fruits dry out, they lose a lot of nutrients but cling onto potassium like it's their life mission. So yeah, most fruit are healthy, but with a few exceptions. Let's now take a look at what I consider probably the most dangerous fruit out there. Of course, it's the grapefruit. Never eat grapefruit if you have kidney disease, or really, ever. And with that, the part about fruit is concluded. Let's talk about veggies.
What?
Wait, you also want to know why is this seemingly innocent fruit so bad when everything else on the tree is fine? Well, what not many people know is that grapefruit can have interactions with almost all medications. Grapefruit interacts, for example, with statins, with calcium channel blockers, with the medications taken by transplant receivers, with prostate medications, with opioids, and a lot more actually. But why is that? Well, you see, there is an enzyme in your liver called cytochrome 450 that's needed to metabolize and remove all these medications after they have done their job, alright? But grapefruit contains bergamottin, which is an inhibitor of this enzyme. So these medications will stay in your system much longer when taken with grapefruit, turning your daily routine into a medication roulette. And trust me when I say that you don't want to take part in that. Seriously, it's a lot better to just avoid the grapefruit than to deal with all these extra side effects of the medications that are changed by your liver. I mean, there are a million other fruits that won't turn you into a walking chemistry experiment, right? And with that, the part about fruit is concluded. I hope I've brought some clarity about what kidney patients can eat and what is dangerous. Let's try and do the same with veggies now, starting with legumes. Are they healthy? Are they bad? To no one's surprise, legumes are on the healthy side of the renal diet. Yes, legumes in general are super healthy for you, and as we can see from the study, almost all legumes are considered healthy. Legumes are in fact full of fiber, vitamins, healthy minerals, and plant compounds. And this includes fresh, of course, frozen, and also canned. In fact, just like canned fruit, canned legumes can be healthy. Just keep in mind that many brands can their legumes in water and salt. Alright? So hunt for low sodium options and give them a good rinse. And just like for basically any other food, mind your portion size as well. Keep in mind that most legumes are rich in protein, and that's something all CKD patients are supposed to restrict. The exception, string beans, the underdog of legumes, low in protein but high in health benefits. I mean, if string beans had dating profiles, it would say rich in fiber, low in drama. Up next, potatoes. Okay, this one is going to be controversial. Are potatoes good or bad? So according to the very large study published on the AJKD, potatoes are not good for you. Yes, believe it or not, they've lumped all potato preparations together and chucked them onto the nasty list. French fries, tater tots, potato chips, yeah, that's junk food of course. But boiled potatoes? They got thrown under the bus too. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've recommended certain types of potatoes, not French fries, in many of my videos. So, was I wrong about potatoes? Well, not at all, and I will keep recommending certain types of potatoes. First of all, because boiled potatoes are not junk food at all. They are nutritious and healthy if prepared the right way. Why have they put boiled potatoes in the unhealthy part of the renal diet then? Well, in my opinion, it's only a matter of simplification. Look, it takes a long time to explain a patient that, yeah, potatoes are fine as long as you only eat them boiled and without too much oil or salt, of course, and that if you have diabetes, it's even better to boil and then refrigerate potatoes before you eat them. And listen to me, don't throw away the peel. Okay, I mean, this is something I can explain in one of my long format videos, but in the context of a very large study, there was really no reason to dedicate this amount of space to potatoes. It's just easier for the study to lump them all together and say, avoid potatoes. I mean, unless they're sweet potatoes and yams, of course, because those are the angels of the potato world, as we can see. So what's the big difference between potatoes and sweet potatoes? Well, the big difference is that most people don't just fry sweet potatoes. Yep, it's just that. This is why sweet potatoes and yams are in the healthy part of the renal diet with basically any veggie known to mankind as well. And interestingly enough, all kinds of nuts are also in the healthy part of the renal diet as well, including, as we can see, peanut butter and other nut butters. Now, while you can go crazy with most veggies, actually, I recommend great moderation with peanut butter and similar. These are caloric-dense foods that are also rich in protein. Always make sure you can fit them in your daily target for protein and calories as well. And now you may ask, but Catherine, you said that some veggies in our pantry are actually dangerous. What are they? Well, what I want you to be extremely cautious with from now on is vegetable oils. Yes, including, but now just olive oil, coconut oil, and all the other healthy oils. Here's the kicker. Oils are insanely caloric dense, worse than peanut butter. And frying your food in oil, that's a recipe for disaster linked to higher cholesterol, more arterial plaque, and damage to your heart and kidneys. Okay guys, as you can see, we've uncovered a long list of foods here you can eat and of some foods you need to avoid. I hope this video will make your diet easier and that will help you get the results you want. And if you think I've missed anything, let me know in comment section. Or if you want to see more healthy foods, watch my video up here. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye-bye.